What is going on? I'm zmoT. Room sounds a little bit better today. Maybe. My cough has been diminished. I don't know if that's the way to describe it or not. Health is on the uptick. Look at that activity log. That is bananas. Whoever scouted me 4 days ago and decided not to attack because my base is so strong, that makes me a little bit sad. Look at that. My gold is completely full. Who would not attack this? I'd be like the kid who didn't get picked for dodgeball or something. Anyways, I've got RZM loaded. Yes, RZM, not ZM. It's a troop composition name. I like to call it Z, but then I'd be wrong. So the reason for that is the Barrage tribe makes huge inroads with this troop combo, and the medic healing tribe also helps. We're going to try and do Dr.T of the volcanic variety using this troop combo. I have never beat all 7 stages this way, but we're going to do our best and try to use this cheap, very useful Barrage tribe. I gotta say, if you've not upgraded your barrage and artillery to the maximum, please stop what you're doing and go do that. I upgrade barrage and artillery before I upgrade my troops, and the reason is it keeps your troops alive, and the fewer buildings you have to attack and remove, the weaker your troops can be. So I hope that makes sense. It's one of the things that I prioritize very highly. Obviously, it depends if you have, like, sometimes smoke all of a sudden adds an extra 5 seconds, or a flare adds an extra 8 seconds, or something ridiculous like that. But overall, barrage artillery should not be something you sleep on. Let's get rid of all these buildings so our troops can just walk up and big bad wolf it, like just sneeze on it and take the HQ down. Is that called an HQ or a core or a... I don't know. I always get confused. It's not a power core, I don't think. Do we have troops somewhere? Probably should have used Miss Brick just to speed things along. But let's get some Critter Swarm in action. Stage 1 and 2. Very easy, obviously, as they should be. I did my best to remove all of the annoying coughs from the audio yesterday. Please do let me know if you notice or if you care. Just coughed, remove, should have removed that, hopefully. We will see. Stage 3 down, or stage 2 down, I suppose, on to stage 3. What else? So the big news for me is I finally got a cell phone plan here in France. It's difficult. You need to have an international bank account number, which Canada doesn't use. You have to have an international credit card. My credit card gets declined because it's international. All sorts of stuff. So it's been a bit of a slog. It's been a bit of a painful process, but we're getting there. A couple people are helping me out on this end. Big shout out to Mr. Perrins if you're listening / watching. He is like the tank whisperer. If you ever need advice on how to use tanks, he is your guy. Not even kidding. He loves tanks, and the tanks are a good troop combo, and they get a really bad rap, but they're a very easy way to clear your map. So Perrins, and yes, there are people in the Triangle 9 family who love tanks. And I know it seems like we'd be all Zooka players and all that, but obviously he uses Zookas in operations, but how you clear your map is up to you, and there are lots and lots of good ways to do it. As, I think it's Michael Gunderson, I think that was I was saying, TGB right now, Tank, Grenadiers, and Bullit, very strong right now, just because the Grenadier tribe, I think there's a Grenadier damage tribe, and the medic healing tribe, just absolutely unstoppable right now. We're going to use all of our barrages on rocket launchers. Probably should save some for mortars, but maybe we can get those too. We'll find out here in a second. Have definitely overused barrage, but that's kind of what I tend to do. Let's get a shock on the mortar. Critters doing wonderful things. Don't even need to send our troops over there, I don't think. Let's get a shock on all of the... did not get all of the things I wanted to, but stage 4 should go down pretty easily here by the looks of things. just trying to keep the troops walking, critters out front. Probably should use the critter swarm. I always forget the critter swarm. I like to throw critters, but critter swarm is just not something I have ever used or grown accustomed to. So if you guys have tips or tricks on how to use critter swarm or when to use critter swarm, maybe you just spam the button as often as you can. Please do let me know in the comments. Critter swarm is not something that I typically use, but it can be very, very handy, especially where Everspark just keeps trying to universal remote, but the buildings keep exploding like in Crab. So stage 5, let's go. I'd really like to take down all 7 stages, but I don't really think it's likely to happen. We will find out though. There's no free GBE to be seen. Let's get rid of this. Look at how big that rocket launcher. I love how they change the sizes, to be honest, as they upgrade. Like that one is just a massive scary thing compared to the other one. These little puny ones over here compared to this big daddy over here, or big mama over here, whichever one you want to call it. Let's get our troops out walking, and then we'll drop our Zookas and medics in behind, trying to shock some things. Maybe critter swarm now. There's going to be a lot of mines that we're going to have to deal with. So, and also all of our rifles. Oh, come on. I have not had this problem in a while. Let's keep a shock out front as our video comes. There we go. We're back online. Have not had that problem in a while. So let's keep moving forward. Probably need to get rid of all sorts of mines or we're going to be absolutely doomed. Maybe critter swarm can help with that too. Just going to let our Zookas run nice and wide. Let our rifles get nice and wide so that we can clear as much stuff as humanly possible. Need machine guns to go down. I think we're getting into a good spot here. Critter swarm is going way wide. But we've got the Zookas at core, which is the important bit. We've got another Zookas over here taking out the rocket launcher. Looks pretty likely to go down. Stage 5, RZM. Just silliness. I mean, we've got troops going way over here. I probably should have flared them back, but these dudes over here, these ladies, are making good progress into the core, so I'm a little bit nervous. Let's do it anyways. I don't need them going that far, and Everspark's critters should be helpful for us if we can get Everspark back somewhere near the core. I was a little bit concerned that we were going to have 0 Zookas left shooting at the core. That's why I brought Everspark back. Now these critters should keep our Zookas alive. Let's throw in artillery, see if we can't hit that down. Go, stage 5. This does not make me feel terribly comfortable or confident about stage 6 going down, but we shall see. I just need to pause the video for 1 second as I check on my cables. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay, we're back. Cables should be better now. Let's have a look at stage 6. Now we're going to need to get rid of this shock launcher. There's a shock launcher right there that we need to get rid of. We'll also get rid of this rocket launcher and this rocket launcher. Hopefully that'll get us back. Now, let me know what troops you've been using. I found that the tribes have been pretty darn good lately as far as not having those embarrassing, where it's like 50% cheaper critters or whatever for HQ18 players. They've been pretty good about balancing things. So please do let me know which troops you've been using, if you've been using different troops or changing things up at all, or if you're just sticking with Old Faithful and running warriors every day or Zookas every day or whatever your troop combo of choice is. Yeah, I'm always curious to see if the changes that Supercell implemented actually take effect the way they hope they would, or if people just kind of ignore them, or what's going on the internet. So really hoping to get rid of that mortar to the bottom and that rocket launcher, and then we'll flare back into here and hopefully get some critters out front. Let's get another critter swarm rocking. We're out of GBE, so not exactly ideal, but I think we've got most of our troops. We've barraged a couple key defenses, And now as long as we get this shock right about here perhaps, we should be rocking and rolling pretty darn well. I like this side approach. We got a whole bunch of extra GBE. We got a whole bunch of barrages out, and we're making some inroads here. I like that shock we just nailed. Could use a few more critters. Oh, that was a problem. Max level mine versus low level troops. That's basically GG, I think. That could be the end of this attack. We'll find out here very, very soon. As I try my best to keep a couple Zookas alive, that one mine is going to be a problem, I think. Let's get artillery, and see, the problem is I can't even flare back here. There's nothing left. Nothing left at all. So we came very, very close, but there's that one max level mine right about there that screwed us. So probably could take it out in our second attempt. I feel pretty confident that one more attempt should get that down, but I'm not going to subject you guys to watching me try to clear this entire base for another 3.5 minutes. So let's switch all the way back to the ladies, the lovely ladies and Brick, and let's just see what's going on. Now, there was another Boom Beach video that came out today talking about Boom Beach resolutions, and they showed the tank driver riding a bike and Zookas punching a rocket launcher, and a lot of people got a little bit salty about that, and my general feeling is those videos have absolutely nothing to do with the release dates for warships or the dev videos about warships. So hopefully people realize that I think those are just outsourced, or those are written by someone on the artistic team or something like that. I would be really, really surprised if those have anything to do with the release schedule of warships whatsoever. And speaking of, would really, really like to hear something about warships. Rick, if you're out there, give us just a little bit of info, pretty please. We're gonna hit the core from right here. We only have 3 shocks, so it's going to be one of those, oh my gosh, what are we doing? Throw med kits and hope for the best. This is where the delay comes in. I love, by the way, the delay is why that shock launcher did not melt our face the second our troops came out of smoke. Pretty good. We only lost, let's say 9 Zookas. That's just gonna be my guess. 8, 7 it is. Okay, so not bad. Let's have a look at stage 7. Very, very unlikely I'm gonna switch troops, but we should look at it and see. I mean, you could go right, but those are some very, very beefy rocket launchers waiting to punch you in the face. Lots of mines here as well. I should probably, let's see here, we're gonna have 1 shock over here. We're gonna get wrecked on this, I think. And then no shock launchers anywhere near the core though, so that could be a positive. You know what, let's just use all Zooka. My phone just died, awesome. Stage 7, very, very difficult stage. This stage is a monster. Why? It has 583,000 health, max level mines there, max level mine there, max level mine, and then a whole smattering of max level mines up here. So we're going to try and burn through it. This is a very difficult stage. One of the most difficult stage 7s I can remember seeing. Lots of health, lots of mines. That barrage at the front is critical. Artillery here to get rid of the shock mine. Then we're going to use an artillery back here just to pick up a little bit extra GBE. Now, next up, we're going to get our flare into the corner. Using the right corner of that machine gun, we're going to place our first smoke, drop our first boat of Zookas outside the smoke, or very close to, and then all the rest of our troops into this corner. Now, we need to flare at the back corner of that machine gun. The reason for the back corner is that we want our heavies to get out ahead and clear those mines. So that's what we're going to try our best to do. Heavies into the corner, clearing the mines, and then we only need 2 shocks, but we need to make sure we don't shock all of our ladies. We're going to flare into the back corner, 1 and 2. There we go. I think I managed to actually hit the shock. We're going to throw an extra shock right about there in the hopes that we can take this down. This is a beastly, beastly stage, and we finally took it down. This took me a lot of tries, so Your one shock needs to be right on the corner of that flamethrower so you can get 2 machine guns, 2 flamethrowers. It's an ugly, ugly shock, but hopefully that helps you take it down. You only really need 2 shocks. Anyways, reason for my power outage. Here in France, there's only 1 plug at every single outlet. Back home, there's obviously 2. So, bit of problem here on my end. Think I've got it resolved. Bit by bit, problem by problem, working my way through things. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Very difficult stage 7. Please do send me your screenshots of your HQ18 taking it down unboosted. As you can see, I tried a few times in the background, but managed to take it down in the end. Hopefully that helped. Anyways, that's it. That's all. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Peace!